What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this. We knew that this was going to be a case for disaster. Anytime you get these two brothers together, you know something gonna happen because to some degree they almost one of the same when it comes to personalities. Both is arrogant, both love to be the center of attention, both is cocky, and both like to be praised. Both like to be controlling. Now, we know bringing these two together, they wasn't going to agree because one don't want to feel like one is submitting to the other. So we see the feud that broke out between these two as a result of a bet that wasn't honored. Now, according to Surf and Verb said he and Surf put together the Midnight Madness situation with Yoshi and Pastavia. Okay. And somebody tell me how she look. I never seen her, man. How she look? Is she decent? Is she cute? She strapped? Somebody let me know what's up with her. Cause I ain't never see her, so I don't know. I'm hearing a lot about her, but is she good? Can she rap? Is she one of those girls? Let me know, man, in the comments, man. Send me a link or something if y'all got a link on her or something, man. Let me look into her, man. You know, women need my approval in this game. You get what I'm saying? If they ain't stamped and approved by Battle Truth, then guess what? it speaks for itself. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's talk about some real stuff. Let's get this out of the way. Now, what am I talking about here? So, according to what went on between these two, so they were putting together this battle thing that was going to go down anyway between Yoshi and Pastavia. It was going down anyway. So they made a gentleman's bet, I believe, for $3,000. Bird putting $3,000, I believe. I forgot how much it was. I'm just gonna say three. Something like that. It was a small bet for the most part. Bird put 3,000 down on Yoshi, and Surf was supposed to honor it, however that's supposed to go. And that's what was going to be the bet. The battle hadn't took place yet. No money was actually exchanged. It was just a verbal, basically agreement, like guys do. Oh, bet. Okay, bet. Like that. Now, Verb didn't have the knowledge that Yoshi had these previous battles that were coming up that would have basically may have hindered her from focusing only on Pastavia. So he pulled out of the bet once he got wind of that Surf already knew. Surf already knew that Yoshi had prior engagement with other battle rappers. Verb didn't know, so he figured that wouldn't be a good bet. It's risky, but that wouldn't be a good bet for me to bet on her to be focused when she got these other battles coming up right now around the same time they supposed to be battling. So that can mess up the battle, seeing that she got to focus on more than one person and too much material, you know. So him being a battle rapper was aware of that. So he decided to just pull out and be like, no, I ain't know that, man. I'm pulling out. I wouldn't have bet like that if I knew that she had all that going on. I didn't know that. And remember, the battle hadn't even happened yet. So it's no guarantee that she was going to lose. You get what I'm saying? There was no guarantee she was going to lose. The battle ain't even happened yet. So you don't know what was going to be the outcome. Surf get mad and offended that Bird pull out. Surf decides to then go on this thing where he threatened the URL that if anybody book him, you can't book him no more. He going to RBE. He also goes on the rant talking about Verb either honor his bet or he gonna have to shoot the fade with him because according to Surf, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. You're not gonna bet me as a man, then call off the bet. You owe me a bet. So since you owe me the bet, you're gonna honor your bet because this is how the streets work. If you make a bet, you honor it. You honor it. That ain't how the streets go. I'm sorry. You're not gonna get nobody to force that. If what y'all betting on hadn't happened yet, it's not a bet. Even though you could say it. Now, if it's going on and you try to call the bet off, no, you can't do it then. But if what you betting on hadn't transpired yet or happened, you can pull off. If having no money been given, you can pull out. If having no money been given or exchanged or put on the table of wood that you got put up, you can pull out. You can pull out. But that wasn't the case here. That's not the case here. But hold on. But that is the case here. This is the exact case here. No money was put down. No money wasn't changed. The battle hadn't happened yet. The battle still ain't happened yet. So Surf called himself wanted a G check Verb. But this is where I have the problem at with Surf. Because I heard Surf talking to people, talking to Geechee, like speaking on some street stuff. Like, yeah, you know, you just don't do nothing like that. If I make a bet with you, you make a bet with me, then that bet is good. You just honor, you got to honor your bet as a man. You don't pull out and do all this, man, because that ain't how the streets work and all blah, 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 blah. That's what Surf's saying. But this same Surf forget that he guilty of this same thing. You can go to the Tay-Rock, anybody who just want to look into this, just to see how fraudulent and hypocritical this thing is. Go to the Tay-Rock and Murder Mook battle. Go to the Tay-Rock Murder Mook battle. Just before the battle. Don't go to the battle. Go to the face-off. Type up, it's on YouTube. Type up the Murder Mook and Tay-Rock face-off. Surf is present at the face-off. He have a handbag that allegedly supposed to have $20,000 in cash in. He throws it on the table where Mook and Rock is having the face-off. Then he says to Mook, I got $20,000, Rock beat you. Mook like, come on, you throwing money up here to me, Surf? Like, really, you got money? Mook said, it's a bet. It's a bet. That's what Mook said. So it was a bet. Recorded, copied, on video that you can go back and see. Everybody can go back and see it right now. Everybody can go back and see it right now. When that battle was over, Rock lost clearly. Everybody know it. He lost clearly. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It wasn't debatable. Hands down, Mook won that battle. No argument. 30. 30. Everybody knows it. 30. Where's the $20,000, sir? You made the bet. You said real men honor their bets. Where is Mook $20,000? Reason why I said that, because I called him and I asked him about this situation. He told me I can say this. He told me that after y'all made the bet and the face-off was over, you came up to him and you told him, bet off. Bet off. No, I ain't betting. I'm calling the bet off. You called the bet off even though you had just made it. You had a change of heart. You had second thoughts and you called the bet off. But on camera, so you can look good, so you can look big in front of everybody, you wanted to make yourself appear to be this big baller, throwing your paper and money and weight around. Then you pulled up on Mook outside just before he left to tell him, nah, bet off. I ain't betting it. That's what you did. So the same thing you accusing Verb of, you're guilty of. Now you not being the man of your word. Where were principles at then? Where was the street code then? So how is it that they only apply when it come to you, but it don't apply when it come to somebody else? Please explain that. Please explain that. This is what I'm saying, bro. It's like you self-proclaim everything. And you believe whatever you say is law. And everybody must comply to you. Like everything you be doing, bro, it just comes back and it like explode in your face. So you go on this whole thing against Verb, assaulting his brother character, tearing him down, disrespecting him, trying to son him to make him seem like he's some coward and weak dude because he more humble. You threatening to put hands on this man. You threatening to shut down his paper because he pulled out of a bet that hadn't even happened. No money wasn't changed. No money was given. The battle hadn't took place. But you want to take this time to build up your Twitter spaces, call yourself exposing and exploiting this man, tearing him down when you guilty of the same thing. But you using street rules and credibility to make yourself seem like you stick to the G code, the very G code you're guilty of. Are you going to admit that? Are you going to tell the truth about that? Because we do have you on video making the bet with Murder Mook for $20,000. What happened to that money? What happened to the bet you also made with John the Don just prior before y'all battle that y'all did live on air also? What happened to that bet? Nothing been said about it. So who pulled out? Who called off these bets? I'm pretty sure John didn't call off his bet because remember what John said. Make sure y'all hold Sue Surf to his bet. That's what John said to y'all when y'all was having y'all back and forth about y'all battle that was coming up. Even though you won the battle, you probably didn't know you were going to win the battle at the time. So somebody called off that bet. Somebody pulled out. Why aren't you mad? Why aren't he mad? Who called off these bets? So you got all these other bets that people pulling out of and you calling off. I'm pretty sure you called off the John the Don bet too. I'm willing to bet that you probably called off that John the Don bet. I'm willing to bet that. I'm willing to bet you probably called off that bet. I just don't know John personally to ask him, but I guarantee you probably called that one off too. You make these bets on air, you make them live so it can make you look good, so it can make you seem to be real big and real important, some boss who landed down and got all this paper and money. But then when the camera's off and nobody sees, nobody hears, you doubling back, telling people, no, bet off, man. I ain't gonna do that, man. And make up some intellectual reason of why you don't want to follow through on these bets. But you leave the people who watching believing you put that paper down. But when the battle's over, we never hear about the monies being exchanged. We never hear about paying off the debt that was owed as a result of it. Because Mook clearly beat Rock 3-zip after you made that bet. That's no debate. All the consensus have him winning. clearly, and he didn't receive it 20,000. He told me you pulled up on him just before he left to tell him that. Bet off. Bet off. So please tell me how this is any different. Explain that. Verb, why you not questioning him on this? Why you not talking to him about this? Why you not addressing this? We got him and John bet on camera too. You know John. Please speak to John and ask John who called off that bet, if anybody called it off, and did any money exchange? Because I'm pretty sure Surf won that bet. This how I know he called that bet off. He called it off. Surf won the battle. Surf won the battle. Did he receive the money? Why he ain't bragging about the money? He brag about everything. Anything that benefits him, he's going to talk about it. Why he ain't showing the money when we know he won the battle? Consensus have him winning the battle over John. Why he not trying to claim the reward money? Why he not trying to claim the debt that's owed as a result of him winning of the bet that they made just prior before the battle? Because he called it off. He called it off. He's a truce breaker. He's a covenant breaker. That's what he's doing. He called it off. That's why. That's why. I guarantee you it. I just feel it. I just know him enough to know that's what he did. Because I remember John's last words. He said to the people in the battle rap community, y'all make sure y'all hold Surf to his bet he just made. He just bet me $20,000, I believe, 20 or 10, something like that he was going to beat me. Surf do not like to honor his bets. Now we hearing that he want to bet Ace Amin 100,000. Right. Come on, man, you better pay attention to the pattern. Ace Amin, you better pay attention to the pattern. Pay attention to the pattern. That being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's a question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.